Before humans, before dinosaurs ruled the land, there was another world. A world of endless oceans filled with predators, so enormous, so perfectly built for destruction, that even sharks today would stand no chance. These weren't creatures from movies. They were real. Their fossils tell stories of power, dominance, and extinction. So, welcome to The Origin Today. We're diving into the top 10 most terrifying extinct sea creatures that once ruled Earth's oceans. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, if you could bring one of these ancient beasts back to life, which one would it be? And let me know where you are watching from and what time it is for you right now. Let's begin our countdown. Number 10. Basilosaurus. The ancient whale hunter imagined an ocean 40 million years ago. A shadow cuts through the waves, long, slender, and moving with terrifying speed. That's Basilosaurus, one of the earliest true whales, and a predator that ruled the seas during the Eocene epoch. Despite its name, Basilosaurus means king lizard, but it wasn't a reptile. It was a mammal, and one of the most fearsome ever to live in the water. This prehistoric giant stretched up to 60 feet long, roughly the size of a modern humpback whale, but built like a serpent. Its skull was massive, armed with sharp, conical teeth designed for tearing flesh. Fossil evidence shows bite marks on smaller whales and sharks, clear proof that Basilosaurus wasn't a gentle giant. Its long body allowed it to twist and strike like a snake, ambushing prey in shallow seas. It hunted dolphins, giant fish, and other whales, grabbing them with enormous jaws before shaking them apart. Unlike today's whales, Basilosaurus couldn't dive deep or use sonar. It lived near the surface, using sight and speed to attack. But what makes it truly haunting are its tiny, useless back legs, leftovers from its land-dwelling ancestors. They serve as a chilling reminder that this monster came from the land and returned to the sea to dominate it. When you picture Basilosaurus, think of a mix between a whale, a serpent, and a dragon, and for 10 million years, it was the undisputed ruler of ancient oceans. Number 9. Dunkleosteus. The armored sea tank longed before whales existed. 360 million years ago, there was Dunkleosteus, one of the first true apex predators in history. This prehistoric fish wasn't built for speed or stealth. It was built for power, reaching lengths of 33 feet and weighing over 4 tons. Dunkleosteus was covered in thick, bony armor plates. It looked more like a swimming tank than a fish, but its real weapon was its mouth instead of teeth. It had razor-sharp, bony plates that worked like a guillotine, slicing prey in half with one bite. Scientists estimate its bite force at over 8,000 pounds per square inch, strong enough to crush metal. Anything that swam too close, sharks, other Dunkleosteus, or even giant armored fish became food, and it could open and close its jaws in just 1/20th of a second, creating a vacuum that sucked in its prey instantly. Because it lived during the Devonian period, often called the Age of Fish. Dunkleosteus was the ocean's first true superpredator when its fossilized skull was first discovered in Ohio. Paleontologists were stunned by how advanced it was for its time. It was nature's first experiment with unstoppable armor and unimaginable strength, and it worked perfectly. If you were to meet Dunkleosteus underwater, you'd see only a flash of metal plates, and then nothing. It didn't just kill to eat. It killed because it could. Number 8. Helicoprion. The buzzsaw shark. Now we dive into one of the strangest and most mysterious sea monsters ever discovered. At first, scientists couldn't even figure out what it was. Fossils showed a giant spiral of teeth shaped like a circular saw. For decades, no one knew where that tooth whorl belonged until research revealed it sat inside the shark's lower jaw. That means this creature literally had a buzzsaw mouth. Helicoprion lived about 270 million years ago, long before dinosaurs. It could grow over 25 feet long, and its spiral jaw might have held over 100 teeth at once. When it bit down, the spiral rotated, slicing prey into pieces like a mechanical blade. It hunted squid, fish, and soft-bodied animals, probably using its saw-like jaw to slice them apart before swallowing. Its bizarre design baffled paleontologists for decades. Some thought the spiral was on its nose. Others thought it rolled out like a tongue. But modern scans proved it was part of a unique feeding mechanism. Unlike anything else in nature, Helicoprion vanished during the Permian extinction. But its fossils still leave us wondering, how many other shapes of terror did evolution try before settling on the sharks we know today? Number 7. Leoplorodon. The giant sea reptile. Fast forward to the Jurassic period. 160 million years ago. The oceans were ruled not by fish or sharks, but by reptiles. Among them was a monster that could grow up to 40 feet long. It was a pliosaur, a short-necked relative of the plesiosaurs, and possibly the most fearsome predator of its age. Liopleurodon had a skull over 10 feet long, filled with dagger-like teeth. Each tooth could be the size of a human forearm. Its jaws were so powerful, they could snap bones like twigs, and scientists estimate its bite force might have reached 5 times that of a great white shark. Unlike modern whales, Liopleurodon hunted using smell and pressure detection, sensing vibrations of prey. Even in murky water, it likely ambushed other marine reptiles, giant fish, and even smaller pliosaurs. Paleontologists believe it could hold its breath for up to an hour and dive deep beneath the waves before lunging upward to strike. A true stealth hunter of the Jurassic seas. Some fossils suggest Liopleurodon females gave birth to live young in shallow bays, meaning the same waters where babies were born were also hunting grounds for adults. So imagine this: dark water, no sound, no light, and suddenly a massive shadow closes in. You'd never see it coming. Number 6. Kronosaurus, the deep-sea titan, named after the Greek titan Cronus, who devoured his own children. Kronosaurus was the ultimate marine predator of the early Cretaceous period. This massive reptile could grow up to 36 feet long, and unlike Liopleurodon, it had a shorter, more muscular body built for raw power. Its skull alone was 10 feet long, filled with enormous conical teeth up to 10 inches each, perfect for crushing prey. Kronosaurus didn't chew, it tore. It grabbed prey like turtles, giant squid, and other marine reptiles, shaking them violently until pieces tore off. What made Kronosaurus especially terrifying was its speed and endurance. Fossil evidence suggests it was a long-distance swimmer, patrolling ancient seas with relentless hunger. Its flippers worked like airplane wings underwater, letting it accelerate fast enough to ambush even fast-moving prey. When it attacked, the force could easily split open the shell of a marine turtle or snap the bones of another reptile in half. And just like its mythological namesake, Kronosaurus ruled with absolute power, devouring anything that dared cross its path. It's believed that Kronosaurus' reign ended when newer predators, like the mosasaurs, evolved to dominate the seas. But in its time, it was pure terror, a reminder that before sharks or whales, the oceans belonged to reptilian kings, from the serpent-like Basilosaurus to the armored jaws of Dunkleosteus. These first 5 monsters were only the beginning, because what comes next? The creatures that ruled after them were even bigger, faster, and far more terrifying. One had jaws that could bite through a car, another could swallow a great white shark whole, and the final one might have been the most powerful predator in Earth's history. Number 5. Mosasaurus, the apex predator of the ancient seas, a creature that combined the power of a crocodile, the speed of a killer whale, and the hunger of a great white shark. That's the Mosasaurus, stretching up to 56 feet long. This marine reptile wasn't a dinosaur, but it was one of the deadliest predators of the Cretaceous oceans. Mosasaurus was built like a torpedo with a massive tail fin that propelled it through the water at terrifying speed. Its jaws were lined with sharp, recurved teeth, perfect for gripping slippery prey like fish, turtles, and even other marine reptiles. But what made it truly horrifying was its hunting strategy. Scientists believe Mosasaurus hunted in packs, using ambush tactics to surround its prey. A single bite could crush bones, and it could swallow large prey whole. In 2014, fossils of a massive Mosasaurus skull were found with bite marks, suggesting that even members of its own species fought to the death. It was a world where even the top predators weren't safe from each other. Some scientists even call it the T-Rex of the sea. And when you imagine a 15-meter reptile with double-hinged jaws and a tail made for speed, that name fits perfectly. Number 4. Megalodon, the monster shark. Now we reach the creature that still haunts modern nightmares. Megalodon. The name literally means big tooth, and for good reason. Its teeth could reach over 7 inches long, the size of a human hand. Megalodon ruled the oceans roughly 23 to 3.6 million years ago, and scientists estimate it could grow over 60 feet in length, 3 times larger than the biggest great white shark alive today. Its bite force was the strongest of any animal in history, around 40,000 pounds per square inch. That's strong enough to crush a small car like a soda can. But what made Megalodon truly terrifying wasn't just its size or strength, it was how it hunted. It didn't just go after fish, it hunted whales. Fossil evidence shows bite marks on prehistoric whale bones, perfectly matching Megalodon's teeth pattern. It would attack from below, breaking the prey's ribs or spine in one crushing blow before finishing it off. Imagine swimming in the ancient ocean and seeing a shadow so huge it blocks the sunlight. That wasn't a wave. That was Megalode, and though it went extinct millions of years ago, many deep-sea legends still claim sightings of something massive beneath the waves, something that refuses to die. Number 3. Leviathan, the giant filter feeder. Not every terrifying creature had to be a killer. Some were simply so enormous that their size alone inspired awe and fear. One of them was leviathan, the largest fish that ever lived, growing up to 55 feet long. This prehistoric giant lived around 165 million years ago. During the Jurassic period, it wasn't a predator, it was a filter feeder, like a modern whale shark, using giant gill rakers to strain plankton and small creatures from the water. But even without sharp teeth or claws, leviathan was a force of nature. When it swam, the ocean itself seemed to move. A single swing of its tail could create waves strong enough to flip smaller creatures. Scientists believe its slow, gentle movement helped sustain entire ecosystems. It was a living engine of the ocean's food chain. Still, being that big came with a price. It was constantly hunted by giant marine reptiles like Pleiadion and Pliosaurus. Its size might have saved it from small predators, but nothing was truly safe in those waters. Number 2. Tylosaurus, the serpent of the sea. Tylosaurus is one of the most intelligent and fearsome predators of its time, a distant cousin of Mosasaurus, but even more specialized for killing. It could grow up to 50 feet long, and its skull was shaped like a spear, designed to ram into prey at full speed. Fossils found in Kansas show stomach contents containing fish, birds, sharks, and even smaller mosasaurs. It would eat anything that moved. Its long, snake-like body gave it incredible agility, allowing it to twist and strike with precision. Imagine a predator that could grab you from below, spin you around, and drag you into the depths before you even realized it was there. Tylosaurus was one of the last great rulers of the Cretaceous seas. When it died out around 65 million years ago, the oceans entered a new age, one that would eventually give rise to whales and sharks as we know them. But for nearly 20 million years, Tylosaurus was the definition of ocean terror. Number 1. Pliosaurus Funky Predator X, the real sea monster. Now, we've reached number 1, the Pliosaurus funky, also known as Predator X. This creature wasn't just a sea reptile. It was a legend in the making, discovered in the Arctic region of Norway. Its fossils revealed a monster estimated to be 50 feet long, with jaws that could exert 33,000 pounds of bite force, stronger than a T-Rex. Its skull alone was over 2 meters long, filled with massive conical teeth designed to crush anything in its path. It didn't just hunt fish, it hunted other giant predators. Predator X lived during the late Jurassic period, and it dominated the cold northern seas. Scientists believe it used ambush tactics, attacking prey from below or behind in lightning-fast strikes in the deep, murky waters where sunlight never reached. This monster was king. Its sheer power and speed made it one of the most efficient killing machines the world has ever known. And yet, it vanished, leaving behind only bones buried under layers of ancient ice. If there ever was a real sea monster, this was it. The ultimate predator, the one that made even other giants run for their lives. As the ancient ocean fades into darkness, we're left with a haunting realization. The sea has always been a place of giants and monsters, from armored fish to buzzsaw sharks, from whales with teeth to reptiles the size of submarines. Every one of them ruled their era, and yet they're all gone. But maybe, just maybe, something still survives down there, something that time forgot. Because the deeper we go, the less we know. Which of these ancient monsters would you dare to see face to face? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more mysteries from the deep.